This is Bobby D, and what I'm going to be doing is making a video on a modification of Bigsby B3. Remove, or spring pins as we used to call them in the aerospace. And I put a little piece of paper in there. Really ready, wasn't I? Now you can see the pins. We're going to be removing these and drilling through, countersinking the holes so we don't have string damage when we put the strings on. And it makes it a lot easier. Dark stage and you pop a string, and if you don't have a roadie to handle this stuff for you, you have to do it yourself, and it can be kind of a nightmare and you're in a hurry. By making the modification, it makes it very quick and very simple to change the string out. And I'll show you here with my completed unit what it looks like. Alright, this is one of my completed units. It's on one of my 339. And the other unit I'm in the process of modifying will also be on a 339. Okay, here we are on micro. Now you can see that the strings are just threaded through. It makes it much easier to do a string change or replacement when you're on stage. Alright, well, we're set up here for record. We're going to give it around here. The first thing we need to do on making this modification is to remove these pins that are here. And I found the easiest way to do it, just take a pair of, like I got a pair of wire dikes, and you don't want to squeeze so hard that you cut them, but you just squeeze and do a little rocking motion. Like you can feel it start to come up, and then release it and re-grab at the base and rock it back and forth. And we do that to all 6 of them here. You can see it's a fairly fast process. That's it. Let's take this set screw out here to release this here from the, and this is a 3mm Allen wrench. And we'll loosen that up. That should allow us to take that off just like that. And we'll set that to the side. That allows us to slide out like such. That way we don't have to remove the keeper. And you can see that the set screw goes back into that spot, so you can't mess up the location any. Now what we'll do is go get the machining vise, and I'll bring that in here and get it set up and show you what I do there. Alright, so what we have here is the string bar out of the Bigsby tailpiece, and you can see the holes there, the 6 holes. And what we're going to do is, this is a regular machinist vise, and it's got a little mill slot here, B slot, to help you can clamp stuff on. What I've done is put 2 layers of electrical tape on both sides here so it don't scar or mar up our bar, and I'm going to put that in here and tighten that up just a little bit, snug it just a little bit so I can still kind of rotate it a little bit for alignment purposes. Then what I do is, there's those holes that are in there are about 0.62, about a 1/16 diameter hole, and what I do is I put a 1/16 bit 0.62 drill bit in there for alignment, just to help me line it up. And what I'll do is I'll put that behind there. Now you can see that drill bit in there, and what I do is I use that to get myself vertical, so it's not leaning one way or the other. And I'll bring that up and right about there maybe, and usually I'll check a couple of the holes, and I'll make that straight up and down. And then I'll look at a couple of the other holes, make sure that you finally get the average, because there is a variance. What the reason being, because those are small holes when they drill them. Even with a drill guide in there, they will still vary a little bit because the drill will flex while it's drilling the hole. Probably power drilling it. And that looks pretty good right there. Right here, check that one. There's even still machining oil in these holes from when they drilled them. Tighten that up a little bit. Up to 070, which is right here. This is what we have. This is what's in there. It's an 060. This is 062. That's what's in there. And what we're going to do is drill it up to 072. And then that allows that, where they pull the string back over the string nut and tie the loop, you might say, that allows that to insert in to that hole also. And then we'll countersink it on both sides. So we'll do another step and let you see that before we, without going too far. But right now I got to take this out and drill it. So there we go. Anyway, there's the two different sizes, 062, 072, and we're done. Alrighty. Now we got our holes all drilled out, and up to the 075, I think I said 072 previously, and I measured, and the drill's an 075 drill. So anyway, once we get that done, then what I've done is close the vent, open this up, and put a couple layers of tape here on top, so I have a little bit of an indentation, and I can set that down on there like that. Set it underneath the drill press. Then I'll come back in with my countersink, and I'll countersink both sides. The string comes through and bends around. There's no sharp corners for the string to be damaged on. That's the whole main idea on that. And then I'll shoot a little bit more video and show you what the final part of that looks like when it's done. Alrighty, well, we did go out and finish our countersinking and drill through and countersink on the string bar here off the Bigsby B3 Tremolo, and just getting ready to put it all back together. You can see how we've countersink these holes, and we did end up we did open these up to 100 thousandths just to allow more string play and different string gauges. I usually use 10 through 46, but if somebody else goes up to a larger gauge string, then they would need a little bit larger hole than the 70 thousandths. So I actually went from 70 thousandths up to 100 thousandths on the drill through. And the countersink, you can see, just big enough for, it's probably 100 and, well, let's see what we got here. Let me get my old calipers down here. Let's see where we're at there. Looks like we're just about 200 thousandths on the width there for how much we countersink. Same both sides. Okay, so this is ready to go back together, and we're going to take it up this point. Don't have a guitar to put this on just yet, but we will put it back together, and it's a fairly simple procedure. Slide that right on through there like that. We're going to rotate this around. We got our old handle right here. So just like that. Turn it over there and get this. Make sure I get my alignment there for my set screw. It goes into that, divot there that they got machined into it. And there we have it. And of course, you know, there's several tapes on how to finish, how to assemble these that where they go into onto the guitar. So I won't waste my time doing that, explaining that part of it. But anyway, there it is. That's modification done. The strings will insert through here, come up, come through and up and over, and go up to the guitar neck. Anyway, hope this helped anybody who wants to try to modify it. It's not that hard of a job to do. If you don't feel you can do it, talk to some of your friends. Use somebody that's got some mechanical ability can actually do this modification. Sit down and do it. It only takes about an hour all the way through.